What up, though, y'all? It's Chris broadcasting to you from the D, and we got some breaking information about what's happening over at the FBI. Dan Bongino apparently today he left for the day. He was a bit upset, frustrations boiling over. I mean, the guy is no dummy. He's had to have seen what's been being said about him and everybody else regarding the Epstein files or being told that there's no Epstein list. So here's a tweet that I have here from Laura Loomer, who seems to have an inside track with the administration. She said a lot of stuff and been right about it. So she's about as good a person to reference for this as anybody. It says, Scoop, FBI Director Cash and D. Bongino are livid with AG Pam Bondi over her DOJ memo and the lack of transparency from her office regarding the Epstein files. Source tells me Dan Bongino is taking the day off today from his job as deputy director of the FBI, and there's now speculation on whether or not he will return to his job at the FBI over his disgust with Blondie's lack of transparency and handling. No, I didn't misquote that. She calls her Blondie. Like, that's like a thing that she does. Pam Bondi has brought total embarrassment to President Trump, J.D. Vance, D. Bongino, and Kash Patel. She has also lied to the American people. I'm told Cash and Bongino are furious with Blondie and the blowback she has caused with her lack of transparency. Yes, like I said, he's no dummy. He has an ear to the street. He sees what's being said about him. He's hearing things directly, and I'm sure a guy like him doesn't like the narrative being out there that somebody is putting the screws to him to lie to the American people. This is somebody that, from all intents and purposes, seemed to be a pretty stand-up guy, and now that reputation was in question. So this is boiling over. It says Kash Patel and Dan Bongino should call for Blondie's public resignation today to save themselves and to also push for full transparency into the Epstein files. That's probably not going to happen in terms of us getting total transparency with the Epstein files. That's just probably not going to happen. There are too many powerful people on the left and right side of the aisle that have been there to that island. I mean, it goes as deep as having members of the royal family. Remember, Prince Andrew was talking about he never been involved with any sort of trafficking with any minors, but then you had the picture of him with his arm around the girl and they're both smiling, and I mean, she ended up passing away not too long ago, right? You know, the very woman, what's her name? Goofrey. I can't remember her first name, but Goofrey was her last name. And they're now pretending like none of this stuff ever happened. There is no list. It's like, didn't we watch the same documentaries? Didn't we all watch the same documentaries? And wasn't that woman who conveniently took her own life, which no one believes that, she was a prominent voice in all of those documentaries. I mean, she was the most visible. She's in the picture with Prince Andrew. So when things are that deep, when they go that far in terms of prominent figures to where even members of the royal family are caught up in this, man, y'all can forget about ever seeing these Epstein files and being transparent on them. It says this is an issue the American people care deeply about. That's facts. Someone needs to be fired for this. Giving Blondie courtesy to resign is more than she deserves. Trump should just fire her. I don't think Trump is going to fire her. And honestly, I'm not even so sure that she's going to be forced to resign. It would be wise to make her resign because people will feel like they got something. We're not going to get the Epstein files. But if they make her resign, people may be more willing to settle for that. Because, I mean, they're out for blood right now. It can't be, it can't be overstated how people are really just, they want someone's head to roll for this. And let's see, I'll read another, I'll read another tweet that she wrote. She has D. Bongino is now seriously thinking about resigning from the FBI as deputy director over Pam Bondi's mishandling of the Jeffrey Epstein files released and the lack of transparency at the DOJ. As I exclusively reported earlier today, Bongino took the day off from work to evaluate whether or not he wants to continue his position with the FBI, following the Sunday night release of a memo from the DOJ that claims no more information about Jeffrey Epstein will be released. Sources tell me it's very likely that Bongino resigns from the FBI unless Pam Bondi is fired by President Trump or resigns from the DOJ. I mean, he might as well resign, because I don't know if that's going to happen. And even if she does resign, what does that fix? People are a little too caught up with small time wins. Her resigning is just a distraction. If she resigns, then what? You think the person that they put in place of her is now going to release the files that she didn't? No. It's still going to be move on. You guys saw how Trump responded to it. And you guys know I rock with Trump. I really appreciate the way he's handled things since he's been in office. And you can tell how he talked about it the other day. It's not happening. He basically said what I was saying. Get over it. We're not going to spend any more time on it. We're not going to release anything else on it. We got a lot of other stuff to focus on now. Jeffrey Epstein's a creep. He's a well-known creep. We all know he's a creep. He's in the past. We got other stuff to focus on right now. That's pretty much it. So I wouldn't expect her to resign. I mean, if pressure becomes extreme enough, she may go ahead and resign under, pressure from everybody else, her peers. But I don't think Trump is going to fire her. And if she is made to resign, I don't think the newly appointed person is going to go in there and do anything any different. What they're going to do is not repeat the same mistakes that she made. Talking about it's on her desk. Oh, she need more time. Oh, there's no list. And then when pressed about what she said, she had some really cockamamie explanation. Oh, what I meant was this. No. Okay. So you didn't mean what we believed you to mean all this time. There was no correction up till now. Now suddenly what you really meant was this. I'm going to leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.